Hello guys, you have reached Top It Off with Miss R, and I'm Miss R, and today I will be changing the joystick on my 1-Up MS.PAC-MAN arcade video game. Alright, here's my package that my joystick came in. We're going to open this up and see how it's going to look. Okay, so this is how the joystick look, and here's the wires that come with it. All right, let's see. Okay, well, my game isn't working right. The joystick is acting up. So the first thing I am going to do is unscrew the screws. I have 4 screws here, and I need to unscrew all of them. So I'm going to unscrew every screw, and I'll be back. Once you unscrew the screws, you need to unscrew this part. And it looks like this from underneath. So we have to unplug this plug. So now that I have the control panel off, I am just going to unscrew the back. Alright guys, so this is what it's going to look like once you take your control panel off. You have a few spots on this side to unscrew it, and just a few spots on the other side to unscrew it. Once you get the screws out, it lifts up. So I'm going to use my deck, my plastic container here, and I am going to set the panel on top because the stick is still sticking out from underneath the bottom, and this will give it a nice surface for me to be able to work on. Once you unscrew it, it looks like this. Now here's the joystick, and as you see through the wires, there's an arrow here. Make sure you are mindful about the arrow and where it goes. All right, and these are all the wires for the yellow button to select the game, the 1-player, 2-player, and here is where all the wires are. Now, one of the ways I was able to pick my joystick, I counted how many of these were in here, and it's 12 of these little silver things in this box. And I also asked the company what joystick I would need. But as you see right here, I ordered an extra wire that looked like this with the red and green. And that is, one is left to right and up and down. This yellow one right here, you see how it says left and right? That's the yellow. And this red and green one is going to be the up and down. So you're going to unscrew all of these screws, and we're going to see if it's just going to lift up. And we're going to take the joystick out. All right, so now we're here at the joystick, and you need to unscrew all of the screws. So once I unscrew all the screws, I will be back. From what I can see, there's a little glue holding it here. So I'm just going to use a blow dryer and then try to pry it up. All right, so I got my blow dryer and I am just heating it up because my panel is stuck and I'm just using the heat to get underneath here to get it up. And there we go. Got that side up. And I'm just going to continue to work around the joystick with the... Oh, there we go. See that? Yeah, it was glued down. And now what I need to do is cut this zip tie off. All right, guys, well, I just got my controller, and this is the way it looks. At first, I thought I was going to have to exchange this cabinet, but it has the 4 diagonals on it, the way that the one that came with my game. So we may not have to change that out, but we have the wires as well. The wires has up on one side, and on the other side it has down. So I know what side down goes to, and it's mostly the green side. So that's why I didn't unplug any of my wires yet until I got the remote. So let's try to install it. So now I am just going to remove this cap, and I'm going to sit this up to the side because I think I'm going to use the same base that came with my original joystick, so I won't have to screw extra holes in my cabinet. So only thing you do to take that off is you're going to have 4 clips here, and you just squeeze them in and lift that off. And so now I am going to cut off this zip tie. There we go. We need to take out these wires. So what I am going to do is I'm going to unscrew this plate off of the joystick, and this is the joystick that came with my console. So I'm just going to unscrew this because I really don't want to put any more holes in my board. So I'm just going to unscrew these screws. And there we are. Now I know my arrow that's on this plate here goes up. So now I'm just going to disconnect the wires over here. So now I'm just going to unplug the wire here that says up and down. I'm going to get that out, and then I'm going to plug my old one in. So this one is the green and red. If you can see through all these wires, it's the green and red. So guys, I am just going to, and it says up and down. So I'm just going to plug this one back into it, how it was plugged in here. This is to the new joystick. And let's see if that's up and down. Now we're looking for left to right. Left to right is right here. So I'm going to try to just pull this out. Without messing up nothing. Guys, I had to use pliers and pull this out because they had it, you know, glued down in there. So I believe that the black was towards that way. So I'm just going to stick my new wire back down in there that way, how I seen it, into the left and right. And so now here is my old controller. Okay, so, and here's my new wires. So, let's see what happens from here. Guys, I am going to replace my plate under here to fit with the one that originally came. So I'm just unscrewing it from the new joystick. I'm just taking the screwdriver and just unscrewing it, because I don't want to screw new holes into my board. Okay, so I got my new joystick unscrewed, and I'm just going to take it off, lay it down, and I'm just going to put my old plate on here, line it up and screw it in. Yep, just replace the screws. So this is, as you see, the glue is still on here. This is my old plate. And I'm just going to screw these screws in. Then I ain't got to worry about drilling more holes. Guys, you have reached Top It Off with Miss R. I'm Miss R. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going through a lot trying to film this for you guys. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just turn it back over here. And I got my arrow, what I was telling you earlier, is still turned up. Guys, when putting your joystick back into your game, make sure it's going in the right direction, or left will be right and right will be left. So what I am going to do is just pre-drill the hole. So guys, I am just going to I haven't attached this yet. This is in here. So what I am going to do is just screw this this plate back in. So now I am about to plug in the plug. So now I am just going to reassemble everything, and I have a zip tie here, so I will put this zip tie on here. I want to put it on the backwards way just in case I have to take it loose. So we're gonna put it on this way. We're gonna put the zip tie on, and we're gonna cut that. All right, so we just got through putting on the wire. So we're just going to assemble the top back down and screw it in. Plug your control panel back in. Okay, get that in. Your joystick is going to come with 2 of these, but I'm just going to use my old one. Slip it over that. It didn't come with a red knob. I guess you can use the one that you already had that came with your game. And I'm just going to screw all the screws back in, and we're going to see if it worked. Now I'm just going to screw all the screws back in, and we will be done. All right, guys, you have reached Top It Off with Miss R. I'm Miss R. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so you'll know when my next video is coming out. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, love one another, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.